big announcement from your adorable little sister. I'm going to marry your husband. What? I stole Mike from you. Sorry. What? Jessica, what are you talking about? This isn't funny. Stop joking around. Who's joking? I'm being totally serious here. So anyway, hurry up and file those divorce papers. See ya. Wait, hold on, Jessica. What do you mean? You stole Mike? Getting married? What on earth is happening? Are you seriously telling me you're having an affair with my husband? This has to be some kind of sick joke. What do you mean? It's simple. I'm a homewrecker. Huh? How can you say that so casually? Do you have any idea what you're saying right now? Of course I do. I'm saying I stole your husband and now I'm marrying him instead. It's not that complicated, Sarah. Not that complicated? Jessica, he's my husband. Well, not for much longer. Besides, it's not like you two were that happy anyway. What would you know about our marriage? You don't live with us. You don't see our daily life. Actually, I've been thinking Mike was pretty nice for a while now. When our families met for your marriage, I felt sparks fly immediately. You've been targeting him for that long? Don't tell me you started making moves on him right after that. No way, I'm not that stupid. I held back then because he was going to marry you and I couldn't steal him. I'm not completely heartless, you know. But we accidentally ran into each other recently. What do you mean? When did this happen? Where? We accidentally met at a bar. It would have been weird to pretend not to know him, so when I said hi, Mike invited me to drink with him. Then we really hit it off. It was that fancy bar downtown, you know, the one with the rooftop terrace. We talked for hours and hours. He kept buying me drinks and telling me how beautiful I looked. So that developed into an affair? Just like that? One night of drinking? Well, not exactly one night. We started texting after that. Then we met up a few more times. He said living with you feels like having a roommate, not a wife. There's no romance, no excitement in his marriage life. When was the last time you two went on a real date? We've been busy. Exactly. That's why he fell for me so quickly. I make him feel alive again, something you couldn't provide. And you know what? Mike's surprisingly aggressive. Right after we started dating, he said he wanted to marry me. I was so excited. Excited? But he's your sister's husband. How can you be excited about breaking up a marriage, especially about betraying your own sister? Sister's husband or whatever, when you fall in love, nothing else matters. What? That's the most selfish thing I've ever heard. What about loyalty? What about family? That doesn't matter. Besides, Mike wants to make me his wife too, so you're the one in the way. Excuse me? I'm in the way? But I'm his actual wife. I'm the one he made vows to. Yeah, but those vows obviously don't mean much to him anymore. What? I can't believe this. Believe it. He's head over heels for me now. So hurry up and sign the divorce papers. Then I can marry Mike right away. Are you kidding me? Do you think such a marriage would be acceptable? Mom and Dad would definitely oppose it. Mom and Dad would never oppose me. They're fully supporting my happiness. They already know about this? And they're okay with it? I see. So even at a time like this, Mom and Dad won't take my side. Of course they won't. After all, I'm super cute. They said I deserve to be happy, and if Mike makes me happy, then they support it. They've always wanted the best for their precious youngest daughter. What about their oldest daughter? What about my happiness? You'll find someone else eventually, but Mike and I are meant to be together. So anyway, I'm taking your husband.
Try not to be too bitter about it.
Mike, can you explain what's going on from your side too? Jessica just told me you're marrying her and I should get a divorce? Please tell me this is all some horrible misunderstanding. Please tell me my sister is lying.
Oh, Jessica already told you about that?
Yes, she told me everything about accidentally meeting at the bar, how it immediately developed into an affair, all of it. But I want to hear it from you. I want to hear my husband tell me what's really going on.
If you already heard all that, there's nothing left for me to explain.
Nothing left to explain? How about explaining how you could do this to me? How about explaining why you threw away our marriage?
Look, these things just happen sometimes. So can you just sign the divorce papers? I already got the forms from City Hall.
What? You already got the forms? You need to explain properly, too. How could you betray your wife like this? Can't you at least apologize to me if you can't explain? I supported you for years, Mike. I stood by you through everything. Don't I deserve at least an apology?
Apologize for what? I didn't do anything wrong. You can't help who you fall for.
What? You didn't do anything wrong? You cheated on your wife with her sister. How is that not wrong?
Think about it logically. Jessica is younger and prettier than you. That's just fact. Plus, she has tons of money. Any guy would obviously switch to her.
Money? What do you mean by that? What does money have to do with love? I thought you married me because you loved me.
No point playing dumb. I heard it from Jessica. Your parents' company, they're not giving it to you, the older daughter, but they're giving it to Jessica, right?
So this is about the family company? This whole affair is about money? My parents have been spoiling Jessica since she was little. They've always favored her with various excuses. You're smart, so get a job on your own. We're giving the company to Jessica. They suddenly told me that when I was in college. I was devastated, but I accepted it.
You should have told me sooner. I thought you, the older daughter, would inherit the company.
Whether I inherit the family company or Jessica does, it has nothing to do with you, Mike.
What are you talking about? It's extremely important. What do you think I married you for?
What? What do you mean, what did you marry me for? You're supposed to have married me because you loved me.
I thought you, the older daughter, would inherit the company. Then, as your husband, I could become vice president. No, president someday. But now it turns out the younger daughter, Jessica, inherits it. There's no point being married to you anymore.
What is this? Mike, are you saying you married me to target my family's company? Our entire marriage was a lie? Everything you said about loving me was fake?
Sure, I liked you at first too, but I definitely had the calculation that I might become president someday. I mean, why do you think I was so eager to meet your family? Why do you think I was so interested in your father's business?
I thought you were just being a good son-in-law. I thought you cared about my family.
I did care about their money. Besides, cute Jessica is making moves on me, and if she's inheriting the company, that changes everything.
This is too cruel. I've been supporting you as your wife all this time. I believed in you. I trusted you. I thought you would always be on my side, no matter what happens. Even when things got tough, I never doubted you.
Sorry, but someone who can't inherit the company is just useless. So I'm marrying Jessica and eventually becoming the son-in-law president of your family's company. So just sign the divorce papers.
Useless? You're calling your wife useless after all these years? After everything I've done for you? after all the sacrifices I've made.
Look, it's not personal, it's just business. Jessica can give me what you can't.
Fine, I'll sign as many papers as you want. A terrible sister and a terrible husband. I don't care what happens to any of you anymore. I hope you'll be very happy together, and I hope you get exactly what you both deserve.
Hey, Sarah!
Want to hear about my wedding? I decided to have it at a popular venue. Oh, is that so? I'm surprised you're still going through with this.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? I said a simple ceremony would be fine, but Mom and Dad said cute girls should have grand weddings. They insist their precious daughter deserves the best of everything. Then Mike agreed, saying I'd look great in a dress, so he's all for a grand wedding.
Oh my, everyone's heads are full of flowers. It'll be a wedding with stupid pollen flying everywhere.
Oh, a flower theme might actually be nice too. You know, I'm so beautiful, I wouldn't be outdone by any beautiful flowers, right? Maybe I'll decorate the venue with lots of flowers. Everyone says they don't mind spending any amount of money on my wedding.
Wow, that's amazing. Such generosity from everyone.
I know, it's amazing. I'm so lucky to be so loved by everyone. The popular venue costs a lot just for the location, but everyone says they don't mind because it's for cute me. The dress, decorations, bouquet. They say no matter how expensive what I choose is, it's fine. Mike said if it makes me happy, price is no object.
Mom and Dad aside, where does Mike get that kind of money? Popular venues, dresses, food, decorations? You'll go over budget immediately.
Huh? What budget? Generous Mike would never say such a thing.
What? Everyone has a budget, Jessica. Even rich people have limits.
Mom and Dad said it's fine, but so did Mike. I can do whatever I want. He told me that making me happy is his only priority. He said he'd work extra hours, take loans, whatever it takes. As expected from someone who works at a big company, he's so generous about everything. I'm even wearing 3 different dresses.
What? 3 different dresses for one wedding?
One for the ceremony, one for the reception, and one for the after party. Oh, sorry, Sarah. Your wedding was only a measly $10,000. Mine's so fancy, you must be jealous.
Wait, let me confirm something. The wedding costs. Mike actually said he'd pay for everything? When I got married, he even hesitated to pay half of the $5,000.
This must be the difference in how much I'm loved. Mike told me that as long as I'm smiling, he doesn't care how much money he spends or what he does. He said seeing me happy is worth any price. I'm so loved, it's troublesome.
What?
But your wedding was only $10,000. I heard from Mike that you actually wanted to have your wedding at a popular venue too, but you had to give it up because it was over budget.
Yes, that's right. The wedding is important, but what's most important is the life after. So we decided on a $10,000 budget and had an inexpensive wedding. I thought we were planning for our future together.
What are you talking about? The wedding is obviously the most important thing. It's the one day when you're the center of attention. The one day when everyone celebrates you. Why would you skimp on that? The life after doesn't matter because my loving husband will earn money for us, so I don't need to worry about anything as his wife.
Only a handful of celebrity wives can say things like that. Most of us have to think about practical things like rent and groceries.
But that celebrity wife is me.
What? You really think you're going to live like a celebrity?
Why not? I have everything I need. Doted on by my parents, and now doted on by my sister's husband, too. With Mom and Dad's company and my husband working at a big corporation, I'm totally winning at life.
I hope it really works out that way. Reality has a way of surprising people.
Are you so jealous you can only make sarcastic comments? Sarah, you're so pathetic. It's hilarious. You had your chance and you blew it. But you must feel pathetic. Your wedding was only a measly $10,000, but your sister is having a luxurious $80,000 wedding.
What? Jessica, you're planning to spend $80,000 on your wedding? That's more than most people make in a year.
Yes, unlike you, I'm cute, so everyone wants to spoil me. He also said he doesn't care how much it costs for me. I deserve the best of everything, so I'm having an $80,000 wedding, several times more than yours. It's going to be absolutely perfect.
But he's unemployed. Is that going to be okay?
What?
An $80,000 wedding for someone unemployed. Does he even have that kind of money?
Huh? What are you talking about? Unemployed?
Well, he must have it if he's saying it's okay. But if it turns out he doesn't have the money, that would be terrible. Who would pay the $80,000? I'd hate for you to be stuck with that bill.
Wait, what? What do you mean unemployed? Don't suddenly say weird things. Mike works at a prestigious company. He has a great salary and benefits.
It's not weird, it's the truth. Mike is unemployed, yet you managed to catch such a husband and plan an $80,000 wedding. I have to admire your optimism.
What do you mean unemployed? What are you talking about? Mike works at a big company.
He did until 2 years ago, but now he's been laid off and is unemployed.
What? Laid off?
When he tried to find a new job, he said he wouldn't work unless it was the same conditions as before, so I ended up supporting him for about 2 years. I've been the only one bringing in income. Paying all the bills, buying all the groceries, while he sits at home pretending to look for work.
Wait, I can't keep up with this. I never heard Mike was unemployed, and Mom and Dad say they don't know about that either. This has to be a mistake, or maybe you're lying to sabotage my wedding.
Well, Mike kept it completely hidden. He said something about male pride.
What? This is insane!
Well, being unemployed shouldn't be a problem, right? Mike was all fired up about inheriting our family company. He'd been targeting the son-in-law president position for a while, so if he's unemployed, he could just join the family company immediately. Actually, it works out perfectly for him.
That won't work. Our family company can't handle that anymore.
What? What do you mean the company can't handle that?
I need to talk to Mom and Dad about this. This marriage is off immediately. Everything is falling apart. This isn't what I signed up for.
Hey, Sarah! What is the meaning of this? Your family's company has been running at a loss for 5 years!
What? Really? I had no idea.
Don't play dumb. You must have known about this!
No, I really didn't know. Since Jessica is inheriting the family company, it has nothing to do with me, and my parents never said anything. They always made it sound like the company was doing well. They talked about expansion plans and new contracts.
Jessica just called me and I had a meeting with your parents. The company has been deep in the red for 5 years. They were planning to get a son-in-law from a big company to provide financial support, so they yelled at me saying, "Why are you unemployed?"
What kind of support plan is that?
I was shocked and my mind just went blank. Your father was furious. Your mother was crying. Jessica was screaming at everyone. According to Jessica and your parents' plan, I'd divorce you and marry Jessica, right? Then as the son-in-law, I'd regularly provide financial support to your family's company.
Regular financial support? So they wanted to use you as a cash cow?
They plan to confiscate my entire salary and use everything except living expenses as support money for your family's company. They'd confiscate my entire bonus, too, as support money.
What is that? It's not support. It's just exploitation. Exactly. Did you really think they just wanted you for your charming personality?
Plus, they planned to make me pay for the entire wedding cost by myself!
What? So Jessica's $80,000 dream wedding was supposed to come out of your pocket?
I thought they'd pay for all the wedding expenses. That's why I told Jessica she could do whatever she wanted. But I never imagined they were planning to exploit that from me, too. Jessica showed me the bills, the venue, the dresses, the flowers, the catering. It's more money than I made in my last year of actual employment.
So Jessica and my parents thought you'd pay for all of it. You were both relying on each other. It's laughable. You all made assumptions without talking to each other.
What's so funny about this? I thought I'd become president of the family company and live a complete turnaround life. I thought I'd finally be successful and wealthy, but it turns out to be a company in the red. Give me back my expectations.
Jessica and my parents are probably thinking the same thing. They thought they'd finally have company stability with financial support from a big company son-in-law. But it turns out to be a 2-year unemployed guy. They're probably thinking, give us back our expectations too. Everyone's dreams just crashed into reality.
What, so it's my fault? How was I supposed to know their company was failing? How was I supposed to know they expected me to fund everything?
It's not about who's at fault. You're both equally to blame. You were all relying on each other and collapsed together. Everyone really had their heads in the clouds. You all created this fantasy where everyone else would solve your problems.
This is ridiculous! What's going to happen? What about my life?
Sorry, but I don't care about any of this. Well then, take care of my young, cute sister and my parents. I'm sure you'll all figure something out together.
Sarah! I'm calling off the marriage with Mike, so you don't need to get divorced. I'm giving Mike back to you. Problem solved, right? Everything back to normal.
Oh, that's fine. Jessica, you've been targeting him for so long, right? He's unemployed, but please take him. I thought you said you loved him no matter what.
I don't want him because he's unemployed. Mom and Dad are furious that it's not according to plan, and we really don't need Mike anymore. Love doesn't pay the bills. I can't marry someone who can't support me. What kind of life would that be?
Poor Mike being told he's not needed. I thought he was your soulmate. I thought nothing else mattered when you're in love.
That was before I knew the truth. So kind Sarah should take him back. You're kind enough to support him for 2 years, and you don't mind that he's unemployed. You must be happy to have your husband back, right? You haven't filed the divorce papers yet, so come pick him up right now.
I already filed the divorce papers.
What? When? I thought you were waiting.
You both kept telling me to sign them quickly, so of course I signed them immediately. The lawyer just confirmed it, so I just filed them. Everything's official now.
Just now? But I'm trying to give him back to you. Can't you undo it? Can't you take back the papers?
I was confused about whether to file the divorce papers first or pursue compensation for damages first. But a kind lawyer taught me carefully. They said I could file first, so I did.
Wait, you said compensation for damages? What compensation? What damages?
Well, my husband was stolen. I won't go easy on anyone, even family. Especially family, actually. Family should know better.
Wait a minute. Sure, I stole Mike, but I'm saying I'll give him back. That should make us even, right? Don't pursue damages. Our family company is in trouble too. We don't have money for lawsuits.
That has nothing to do with me. Your financial problems aren't my responsibility, just like my marriage wasn't your business. A lawyer will contact you soon, so be prepared. The wedding was canceled, so you saved $80,000 in expenses. You should be able to pay that much.
Wait, how much are you planning to demand? Can't we work this out as sisters?
That's a surprise for later. Well then, see you. Thanks to the lawyer, I was able to successfully obtain $40,000 in total damages from both Mike and Jessica. As for what happened to those two afterward, my desperate parents said if he's formerly from a big company, he should be able to manage somehow even if unemployed, and forced them to marry, bringing him into the family company as son-in-law president. But the real reason my ex-husband Mike was laid off was because he was incompetent at work. Not knowing this and having a debt-ridden company dumped on him, he obviously couldn't turn the company around. Instead, he doubled the losses, causing my parents and sister to have complete meltdowns. Daniel, are you home? Sorry, but could you open the door? It seems to be locked.
Oh, you're back. Your stuff is packed up behind the house, so take it and go somewhere else, will ya?
Huh? What do you mean my stuff is packed up? Did something happen while I was away?
Everything has been taken care of while you were gone. Also, I've already filed the divorce papers, so we're not husband and wife anymore. We're just strangers now.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Divorce papers? When did you file them? We didn't even discuss this. What happened while I was on vacation?
Sorry about that. Actually, I had already decided about this before your trip.
What? Decided before my trip? What do you actually mean?
I've actually found someone I love.
What? Someone you love? Who is it? How long has this been going on?
And she wants to marry me too, so your existence has become inconvenient.
What? Wait, are you saying? Are you telling me you've been cheating?
Don't call it cheating. I'm seriously in love with her, so this is definitely not cheating.
What? How is it not cheating when you're seeing someone else while we're married? That's literally the definition of cheating, Daniel. How long has this been going on? Is it someone I know?
It doesn't matter how long. What matters is that I finally found my soulmate. Anyway, I'm divorcing you and creating a happy home with my new girlfriend.
What? You can't just decide that on your own. We need to talk about this face to face. I'm your wife.
That's that. Unfortunately, you are no longer needed by us. Mom and Dad are also blessing my marriage with her, so the annoying ex-wife should just disappear somewhere.
What? Your parents knew about this? Are you saying they helped you plan this while I was away?
They've been supportive from the start. My new wife is perfect in their eyes. So anyway, take care. Hope you find someone good too.
Daniel, you can't be serious. Open the door right now and let's talk about this properly. Hello? Daniel? Answer me! I'm not leaving until we talk face to face about this. I'm going to keep calling until you answer. Daniel, pick up your phone. This is our home too. You can't just lock me out like this. Hey, Lisa! Stop making my son's phone ring over and over. It's so annoying. Oh, Margaret, you were home too. Then please explain to me what's going on. Suddenly being told to leave the house. What does this mean? If you want an explanation, my son Daniel already gave you one, didn't he? Daniel has found someone more important than you. More important person? You mean his affair partner, right? How can you not only overlook your son's affair, but even celebrate it? How can you be so completely inappropriate? Whatever you say now is too late. You should have made yourself more valuable when you had the chance. Being a mere housewife wasn't enough. Made myself more valuable? I did everything this family asked of me. My son has already registered his marriage with his next wife, and we've actually started a new life together. There's no place for you anymore, so give it up. You suddenly recommend that I go on vacation. I thought it was strange. This is terrible, planning all this while I was away. That vacation suggestion wasn't out of kindness. It was to get me out of the house so you could plan all this behind my back. It worked perfectly, didn't it? You were so excited about that spa retreat, you didn't even suspect a thing. Let me into the house! Look me in the face and explain everything properly. No way, Lisa! Are you still in front of the house? Of course I am! I won't leave until I'm satisfied with your explanation. If you won't open the door, I'll force it open! Stop it, you violent woman! I've already put the house up for sale, so don't damage it. What? You put it up for sale? Exactly what I said. We put that house up for sale and bought a new one. What? That's our family home! How could you do that without even telling me? And you bought a new house? Where? When did all this happen? We've been carefully planning this so you wouldn't find out. It was even hard to have meetings with the construction office without you noticing. You've been sneaking around behind my back the whole time, so all those times you said you were going shopping or visiting friends were actually visits to our beautiful new home. The construction company did such wonderful work. And while you were on vacation, our new home was completed. It was so fun moving in with the whole family. Family? I was part of your family too. I've been with Daniel for years. I thought we were building a life together. Are you still saying things like that? Lisa, you're not family anymore. You're my son's ex-wife. You can't just decide that on your own. Now we can finally say goodbye to that useless housewife, ex-wife. What? Useless? After everything I've done for this family? You know, my new daughter-in-law is unlike you, a housewife. She's a civil servant who works hard. Times have changed, and we don't need housewives who just laze around all day. That's cruel. As a live-in daughter-in-law, I took care of all the household chores for everyone. I cooked, cleaned, did laundry, and looked after everyone's needs daily. Huh? Even when I was told to cook different meals for each family member, I made separate dishes for everyone without complaining. Remember how you wanted fish, but Daniel wanted meat, and your husband needed a low-sodium diet? I prepared everything separately every single day. I haven't had even a single minute to laze around since I got married. Listen, that's just what's expected of a housewife. Don't act proud about doing what's expected, okay? What? So all my efforts meant nothing to you? All those years of service? Besides, no matter how much housework you do, it doesn't bring in a single penny. So obviously the best daughter-in-law is one who earns money outside the home. She's a civil servant, so she gets huge bonuses every year. We can all go on hot spring vacations annually. It seems I'm completely discarded. I've been serving without complaint all this time, but I never thought I'd be thrown away like this. This is the fate of a useless wife. Oh, by the way, even though we're divorced, there will be no division of assets, so please don't contact my son Daniel again. What? No division of assets? You can't do that. That's not how divorce works. Well, goodbye. Wait, what do you mean there will be no division of assets? Since we're divorcing, you should properly pay what's due. What's due? You're lucky we aren't charging you rent for all those years you lived under our roof. Division of assets is a marital right. Since you've divorced me on your own and kicked me out of the house, at least follow proper procedure. I've contributed to this household for years. I'm entitled to my fair share. What are you talking about? We've been taking care of a parasite all this time, so that offsets the costs, obviously. What? A parasite? Is that how you see me after all I've done? We've been supporting a housewife who couldn't earn money, so we're offsetting that with your living expenses until now. Food, utilities, clothing, we basically paid for everything. That's worth more than any division of assets. No, what are you saying? Please give me a proper division of assets. I can also even claim compensation for the affair. I know my rights, Margaret. What you're doing is illegal. Compensation for the affair? You were probably cheated on because you weren't attractive enough. How dare you say such things? What did you say? Are you blaming me for your son's infidelity now? Listen, we've been supporting a useless daughter-in-law for years. Instead of saying thank you for everything, you're demanding money. How greedy can you be? Just take your belongings and disappear. This is sad, but it seems you absolutely don't want to pay. We've already put the house up for sale, so you have nowhere to return to. Just disappear, my son's parasite! Well then, take care. Don't ever show up in front of us again. Long time no see. Lisa, how have you been doing? Margaret, is that you? Why are you contacting me after a year? What do you want? I've finally gotten my life in order. Actually, I was thinking of letting you remarry my son Daniel. Huh? You must be joking. After everything that happened, you expect me to remarry Daniel? Actually, right after that, my son's company suddenly went bankrupt. We've had our own difficulties, too. I don't see how that concerns me anymore. Things haven't been going so smoothly for us since you left, you know. We thought we could manage the new house mortgage with my daughter-in-law's salary, but civil servants earn surprisingly little. So, after many arguments, they finally ended up divorcing. So why come to me? You said you didn't need a parasite housewife, right? If you're looking for a new wife, try elsewhere. I remember very clearly how you called me useless and threw me away. Oh, come on, don't dwell on the past. Families fight sometimes, right? Besides, being a housewife is old news for you, isn't it? I've heard about your current job. Heard what? Lisa, I heard you're making a lot of money now. I heard you're earning a lot working as a nurse. Oh, I see. So that's what this is about. So, you found out I'm working as a nurse and now I'm suddenly valuable to you again? Sheesh! If you had a qualification to earn money, you should have told us earlier. If I had known that, I wouldn't have let the divorce happen in the first place. You know I was working as a nurse before marriage, but you all forced me to quit, saying a wife belongs at home. Don't tell me you have forgotten about that too. You specifically told me that no daughter-in-law of yours would work outside the home. You just made me quit my job, and I had no choice but to become a housewife. Oh, was that so? But this time we won't make you quit, so don't worry. My husband and I have just retired, and everyone's in trouble. To be honest, things haven't been going well financially with our family. Daniel has been struggling to find stable work for quite a while. So you're saying that you all want to be parasites on me? Is that it? You want me to support all of you with my nurse's salary? Don't say such mean things. I'm saying you can come back to us again. Isn't that great news for you too? Huh? Great for me? Just tell me, how exactly would that benefit me? We already kicked out the civil servant wife, so now you can come to our new home immediately. Aren't you lonely living by yourself? You can have a family again. With your nurse's salary, I'm sure the mortgage and all our living expenses can be covered. Meanwhile, my son Daniel will properly find a job and everything will work out just fine for us. At someone else's expense, though. So I'll be paying for everything while waiting for Daniel to probably find a job? A wife should sacrifice for her family. Besides, Lisa, you like serving without complaint, don't you? So it shouldn't be a problem for you to sacrifice yourself. Excuse me? Anyway, you'll remarry my son Daniel, right? Daniel says he wants to eat your cooking again, and the whole family welcomes you. We'll accept you as family again. Besides, you're a divorcee, so decent men probably aren't interested in you anyway, so returning to your original place is the best option. Take my advice. At your age, this might be your last chance at marriage, so be grateful that you can marry my son again. We're even inviting you to our new home, so I won't take no for an answer. All right, if that's the case, I understand. Let's all live together again. Oh my, really? You'll live with us again? See, I knew you'd come around. Deep down, you must have been hoping for this. However, I might occasionally get violent, but if that's okay with you, then it's fine. What? Get violent? What do you mean by that? But wait, actually, I don't want to remarry right away, so let's start with a trial period of living together. I'll go ahead and pack my things and come over next week. Wait, Lisa, did you just say you might get violent? Does that mean you'll be physically abusive to us? After my divorce, I started going to a boxing gym to relieve stress. I'm known for my punching power, so I hope we get along. Wait, that doesn't answer my question at all. Why would you want to hit us? When you see bugs in the house, you swat them, right? It's just the same thing. From now on, I'll swat any parasites I see appearing in front of me. Huh? Are you comparing us to bugs? That's incredibly rude. So you all must try hard not to be considered parasites by me, okay? Oh, but if I think this person is a parasite depending on my earnings, I'll just swat them really hard. This isn't what we had in mind at all. We just wanted to welcome you back into the family. Don't worry, I won't do anything if you're not parasites. There are plenty of things you can do, like taking the initiative with household chores, finding a job, and working. Daniel can look for work every day, and you and your husband can handle the cooking and cleaning. That seems fair, right? Let's all work hard not to become parasites. Wait! What is this? I absolutely don't want that! Why should we take the initiative with housework? Housework is a wife's job, isn't it? What? You're still planning to leave the housework to me? You want to rely on my salary and make me do all the housework? Are you insane? You do realize I'll be working full shifts at the hospital, right? Sometimes 12 hours a day. And you still expect me to come home and cook and clean for everyone in that situation? You've retired, so you two are at home, right, Margaret? And Daniel is currently unemployed and has time, right? Well, yes, but housework is still a wife's job, you know. There's no way we could live together with that attitude. So, you want me to work full-time as a nurse, pay all the bills, and then come home and serve all of you? That's not a marriage. That's slavery. I'm sorry, but I'll have to cancel this trial living arrangement. The three of you, your husband, and Daniel, can work hard to pay the mortgage yourselves. Wait! I get it! We'll do the housework, so don't say that. Daniel will cook, and my husband will clean. I'll do the laundry, so please try the trial living arrangement. Just please come live with us.
Are you sure about that? Because I won't tolerate any complaints once I move in.
Yes, we promise. We'll all work together as a family.
Well, in that case, let's give it a try. I'll come next weekend.
Wonderful! We'll prepare your room. I'll tell Daniel the good news.
I'll see you next weekend then. Looking forward to our new arrangement.
Just get out! Living with you is just unbearable! I can't stand this anymore!
Huh? Margaret, what's suddenly wrong?
My body is in ruins because of you. We don't need such a violent daughter-in-law in our home, so just get out of this house now!
Please don't say things that cause misunderstandings. Considering your age and build, I'm just hitting you with a paper fan, right? It's hardly what anyone would call violence. It doesn't even leave a mark.
Even a paper fan hurts, and the sound of it is scary. I just hate it. Being constantly watched and criticized. Being hit whenever you decide we're not doing enough. Hitting us multiple times a day. This life is unbearable.
You get hit multiple times a day because you keep acting like a parasite, Margaret. You barely do any housework, and the one time you cleaned the bathtub, you said, I worked hard, so give me $100 as pocket money. Of course you deserve to be slapped with a paper fan. If you fulfilled your responsibilities without trying to get rewards or skip out on them, you wouldn't get hit at all. It's as simple as that.
What parasite? How dare you call me a bug?
But Margaret, you called me a parasite too, remember? Did you forget about that? What goes around comes around. When you kicked me out a year ago, you said I was a parasite who brought in no money. Now I'm bringing in money, and you're the parasite not contributing at all. Ironic, isn't it?
Ugh. That was a different situation. You were just a housewife then.
And what are you now? At least I did housework. You can't even do that properly. You're below that.
We don't need a daughter-in-law like you. This trial living arrangement is immediately terminated. We had such hopes for this arrangement, but you've made it impossible with your tyrannical behavior. And I won't allow you to reconcile with my son Daniel either, so just get out. Get out of our house right now.
Got it. Then that will be $10,000.
What?
That's the cost of taking care of parasites. I actually had to look after 3 parasites. I don't mind if you kick me out, but you need to pay me the fee properly.
What are you talking about, you stupid ex-wife? We're absolutely not going to pay anything like that. If anything, you should pay us for the emotional distress you've caused.
But remember, that's what you all said to me, right? Despite unilaterally filing divorce papers and throwing out my belongings, you didn't give me any division of assets, right? You said it was offset by the cost of taking care of a parasite. So now I'm using your own logic. I've been supporting 3 parasites, so you definitely owe me money.
Well, I might have said something like that, but as much as $10,000? We've only lived together for 2 weeks, you know.
I lived with 3 parasites for 2 whole weeks. I think this is a reasonable amount for enduring that stress. I've been paying the mortgage, utilities, groceries, and everything else while the 3 of you contributed almost nothing.
What? We're not paying you a cent. You can't make us.
Well, if you don't want to pay, that's fine too. Then I'll just claim the division of assets from the divorce.
division of assets from the divorce, but the divorce was finalized a year ago. There's no way you can claim division of assets from so long ago. I see you really don't know about these things. The period for claiming rights after divorce is said to be 2 years. Huh? So, I can claim division of assets even if a year has passed since the divorce. The law gives divorced couples up to 2 years to settle property matters. Did you really not know about that? Wow, I was so happy when you came back to me. Talk about a moth flying straight into the flame. Or should I say, a parasitic moth flying into the flame. What? 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 You can't be serious! That's impossible! At that time of divorce, I was suddenly thrown out. Since I didn't even know where your new house was, I couldn't claim compensation for the affair or anything. The patience I had for swallowing my tears for a year has finally paid off. I consulted with a lawyer months ago. He told me I had rights, but I had no way to find you at all. But now I know your address and everything, so I can claim whatever I want. Thank you so much for inviting me to this trial living arrangement. Grrrr! So that was your plan all along. That's why you agreed to the trial living arrangement so quickly. When I thought I could finally claim compensation from you, living with parasites was nothing. 2 weeks of discomfort for what could amount to thousands in compensation and division of assets? That's a bargain! Ugh! You're bluffing! There's no way you can make such claims after all this time! Well, we'll see about that. Oh, and don't worry, I'll pack my own things and leave this time. So rest assured, unlike how you treated me, I won't throw your belongings outside or change the locks. Oh, and it's useless to try to run away. During these 2 weeks living together, I figured out each of your account balances and everything else. Huh? You looked through our personal financial documents? That's an invasion of privacy! I needed to know what I'd be entitled to, and now I do. The new house, your savings, Daniel's investments. I know about all of it, every information I needed. I'll be hiring a lawyer and claiming everything promptly, so it's in your best interest to pay up quietly. What? No way! This can't be happening! You tricked us! Well then, thank you for everything. I'll be in touch through my lawyer. Have a nice day! Whether the words, "I'm hiring a lawyer," were effective or not, they quietly paid all the compensation and division of assets in cash at once. The 3 of them later had to give up their new home due to financial difficulties, and now they're apparently working at some factory, living modestly in the company dormitory as a happy family of 3. By the way, I found that my ex-husband's family home site was being sold at a super discount, so I used part of the compensation to purchase it, and then I built my own ideal house there.
Hannah, sorry for the sudden message, but I need to talk to you. Could you call me when you finish work?
What's wrong? Actually, I'm off today.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry to bother you on your day off. I wanted to ask you something, even though it might be a long shot.
You asking me for a favor? That's rare.
Well, if it's possible, could you postpone next month's wedding?
What?
Your mom asked me not to tell you, but she hasn't been feeling well lately.
Mom, what's wrong? Is she sick?
We don't know what it is yet. Actually, she won't go to the hospital, so she hasn't had proper tests.
What?
I just found out yesterday that she had some concerning numbers in her workplace health screening. She hid it from me and won't even go for follow-up tests.
Why won't she go to the hospital? I didn't think Mom was that afraid of hospitals.
When I pressed her, she said if she needs additional tests and gets hospitalized, she might miss your wedding.
What?
I'm at a loss. I told her that her health comes first, but she insists she won't go until after your wedding. But she's been looking really unwell lately, and I want her to go to the hospital soon.
So you're asking if we can postpone the wedding?
I know it's an unreasonable request, but I thought if the wedding was postponed, she might agree to get checked.
I understand how you feel, Dad. I suppose when you see Mom suffering, you want to get her to a hospital right away.
Even as I'm typing this, I know it's a ridiculous thing to ask. I'm sorry for troubling you with this.
It's not ridiculous at all. Mom's health is important to me too. How long has she been feeling unwell?
It's been about 3 weeks now. At first, I thought it was just fatigue from all the wedding preparations. She didn't want to worry you since you're busy with the wedding, so she kept quiet about it.
For 3 weeks? Why didn't either of you tell me sooner?
You know how your mother is. She's always putting everyone else before herself. She made me promise not to tell you until after the wedding. I've been trying to convince her to see a doctor, but she's stubborn.
That sounds just like Mom, always thinking of others first.
The health screening showed elevated indicators that could point to several serious conditions. The company nurse strongly recommended immediate follow-up tests.
What kind of symptoms is she having?
Frequent dizzy spells, fatigue, and she's lost weight without trying. I've noticed she gets short of breath just walking up the stairs.
That does sound pretty serious. I had no idea.
But if postponing isn't possible, could you maybe move the start time to the afternoon?
The afternoon?
From what I've observed, she seems to struggle the most in the mornings. On your wedding day, there'll be hair and makeup, so you'll need to wake up earlier than usual, right? I think that would be too much for your mom in her current state.
Does she seem to feel better by around noon?
Yes, she usually seems to perk up and feel better around lunchtime, so an afternoon start would be really helpful.
That might actually be possible.
Really?
We're having it at a small venue where they only do one ceremony per day. They told us that, depending on the weather that day, we could change to an afternoon start.
Is that so?
So I think changing to an afternoon start shouldn't be a problem.
If possible, could you please change it to an afternoon start? I'll even go beg the venue myself if needed.
You don't need to do that. Actually, an afternoon start would help me too.
Oh?
After the ceremony with family, we're planning an after-party with friends. But due to venue availability, that's scheduled to start in the evening. There was going to be an awkward gap between the ceremony and the after-party, so an afternoon start would actually work better for me.
In that case, could you ask your fiancé Tyler if it's okay? If he doesn't have any issues with it, please change it to an afternoon start.
Got it. I'll talk to Tyler about it. And Dad.
Yes?
I know you're worried sick about Mom, but try not to show it too much in front of her. It might make her more anxious.
You're right. I'm trying my best to stay calm for her sake.
And I'm really grateful you told me. I'd rather know what's going on than be kept in the dark.
I debated whether to tell you or not. I didn't want to add stress right before your wedding.
Family comes first, Dad. I'm glad you reached out.
Your mother would be upset if she knew I told you. She's determined not to ruin your special day, as she puts it.
Nothing could ruin it more than Mom collapsing during the ceremony because she refused treatment. Tell her I insist she gets checked out right after the wedding.
I will. And Hannah?
Yes?
Thank you for understanding. It means a lot. And please give my regards to Tyler.
Of course. That's what family is for. I'll let you know what Tyler says about moving the time.
I appreciate it more than you know.
Tyler, I need to talk to you about the wedding, but is now a good time?
What's up? The wedding's only a month away and everything should be set, right?
The preparations are fine, but due to my family situation, I'd like to change the wedding to an afternoon start.
What do you mean? Did something happen?
Actually, I got a call from my dad, and apparently my mom isn't feeling well. She seems to struggle, especially in the mornings, but feels better around noon, so I'd like to move it to the afternoon if possible.
Huh? What kind of a reason is that? So basically she's not a morning person and wants to delay the ceremony? Your parents have some nerve asking for that!
No, Tyler, that's not it. She's genuinely not feeling well. It sounds serious enough that she should probably see a doctor, but Mom really wants to attend our wedding. So, I'd like to move it to the afternoon to make it easier for her to participate.
That's ridiculous. We can't change everything for one person's whims. The venue staff would be inconvenienced too.
That's not a problem. I already checked with the venue and they confirmed an afternoon start would be fine.
What?
The venue staff said there's no problem at all, and we should just let them know our preferred start time. We're only inviting family to the ceremony, so a time change shouldn't be a big deal, right? It would actually help fill that awkward gap before the after-party.
Are you kidding me? Why are you making decisions without me?
Huh?
Why should my wedding be changed because of your parents' condition? That's unacceptable!
Tyler? I didn't make any decisions. I just asked if it would be possible to change the time. The venue said yes, but I told them I needed to discuss it with you first.
Don't go checking with the venue without asking me first!
I thought it made sense to check if it was even possible before bothering you with it.
Listen, the wedding will go ahead as scheduled. We can't change it for just one person.
But the venue said it's not a problem? No one would be inconvenienced, and it would really help my mom. Is that still not okay?
Of course it's not okay. Being pushed around by in-laws? That's embarrassing for a man.
Huh? Excuse me?
I'm sorry about your parents, but the wedding stays as planned. If she knows she gets sick in the morning, she can take medicine beforehand or something. Demanding we delay the ceremony without making any effort themselves is just ridiculous.
Wait, isn't that a bit cold? We're talking about my mother's health here. Dad mentioned that the health screening showed some concerning results that require follow-up tests.
So why doesn't she just go to the doctor now? Why wait until after the wedding?
Because she's worried that if she needs additional tests or gets hospitalized, she might miss our wedding. That's how important this day is to her. If changing the start time would cause major problems, I could understand your objection, but that's not the case. Couldn't you be a little more accommodating for my mother?
I told you, it would compromise my dignity as a man. The start time absolutely will not change.
What's with this male pride thing? Are you seriously refusing to change the start time for that reason?
Of course I'm serious.
I don't understand. How does moving the ceremony a few hours later affect your dignity?
Because once you start giving in to in-laws' demands, they'll walk all over you. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
This isn't about giving in to anyone. It's about being considerate of someone who's unwell.
Let me ask you something, Hannah. Are you really prepared to become my wife?
Where's this coming from? I'm marrying you in a month, aren't I?
If you were truly prepared to be my wife, you wouldn't make these kinds of requests. I think you're not fully committed.
What? How does asking for a time change to accommodate my sick mother indicate that I'm not committed to our marriage?
You're about to become my wife, right? Being my wife means joining my family. Surely you understand this much?
What's gotten into you? Of course I understand that.
When you join my family, the most important person becomes me, then my parents, then yourself, and lastly, your parents.
What?
In other words, your parents are at the bottom of the priority list, so why should I change my wedding start time for the lowest priority people? That makes no sense!
Hold on, Tyler. Are you serious about this?
Of course I am!
Since when do we rank our family members like that? I never agreed to put my parents at the bottom of the priority list.
This is how a proper family works. The husband is the head of the household. His parents come next because they raised him. Then comes the wife, who's there to support the husband. And finally, the wife's parents.
I've never heard of such a ridiculous hierarchy. A marriage is supposed to be a partnership.
That's some modern feminist garbage. Traditional family values have stood the test of time.
I had no idea you thought this way. We've been together for several years, and you've never once mentioned this family priority list.
It should be obvious. Why do you think we're having the ceremony at the venue my mother chose?
Because I thought it was a beautiful place and agreed to it, not because I was following some bizarre ranking system. I'm shocked by your attitude right now. My mother could be seriously ill.
She'll be fine. Women often exaggerate health problems for attention.
Excuse me? I can't believe what I'm hearing from you right now.
You should respect my decision regardless of the reason. That's what a good wife does.
What? I'm sorry, but I need some time to process this conversation.
There's nothing to process. The wedding stays as scheduled. The start time will not change. End of story. Make sure you tell your dad that.
I can't do this now. I'll talk to you later.
Whatever, but remember what I said about priorities.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I hate to say this, but can we cancel today's wedding? My mother just collapsed.
What?
I'm really sorry. I've already explained to the staff, but please stay at the venue to help with the situation. I'll talk to you later.
Wait, what the hell? Did you just leave the venue?
Thank goodness I hadn't changed into my dress yet. I just jumped into a taxi.
What are you doing? Get back here right now!
What? My mother just collapsed and you want me to come back? Don't you understand? I need to get to the hospital immediately.
So, your parent collapsed. So what? Our wedding is more important than your parents.
Wait, are you serious? I just got a call that my mother went into cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest? Then all the more reason to come back. If her heart stopped, she's not going to survive anyway. So what's the point of you rushing there?
What did you just say? Did you seriously just tell me my mother is going to die anyway, so I shouldn't bother?
I'm just being practical. The doctors are already handling it. What can you do that they can't?
I can't believe you'd say something so heartless. My mother could be dying.
Listen, today is our wedding day. Whether your mother collapses or not, it doesn't matter to us. She won't survive anyway. So just abandon her and come back to the venue.
You'd better prepare yourself, you absolute lowlife.
Ah!
How dare you say such things when my mother is in a critical condition? Won't survive? Abandon her? The only one being abandoned is you worthless man!
Whoa, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I'm just saying what's practical.
Practical? There is nothing practical about abandoning my dying mother for a wedding ceremony. I can't put up with this any longer. The wedding is absolutely canceled right now. Who would ever marry someone like you?
Come on, calm down. What do you mean you won't marry me? I understand you're panicking because your mother collapsed, but don't say things you don't mean.
I mean every word. There's absolutely no way I would ever marry you.
What?
Oh, did I stutter? I said no! I refuse to marry someone who tells me to abandon my mother in a critical situation! The wedding is canceled and our engagement is off. Who would ever become your wife?
Hey, don't mess around with me! I'm already unhappy that you left the venue on your own, and now you're talking about canceling our marriage?
I'm not messing around. I've never been more serious in my life.
Hannah, you need to stop getting carried away!
You're the one getting carried away, thinking I'd still be your wife. Who would ever marry you? I've called the venue again to confirm. I've also emailed all the guests.
What? Why are you making cancellation announcements to everyone by yourself?
I saved you the trouble, didn't I? You should be grateful.
Don't be ridiculous. You've ruined our wedding day!
No, you ruined it when you showed your true colors. Thank goodness I found out who you really are before we got married.
You're being hysterical. You'll regret this when you calm down.
The only thing I regret is wasting years with someone who would tell me to abandon my mother because she's going to die anyway.
If that's how it is, you'll be paying the cancellation fees. You hear me? You're paying the full amount, and I'm also gonna sue you for emotional distress.
What? I can understand the cancellation fees, but emotional distress? What are you talking about?
I was looking forward to the ceremony, and now it's canceled, and I've been jerked around by your selfishness. Of course you owe me compensation.
How can you say that? You're acting like you didn't do anything wrong.
That's right. If you don't return to the venue, I'll make you pay the cancellation fees and compensation. If you don't like that, come back right now.
Are you serious? My mother is fighting for her life and you're threatening me with lawsuits?
Right now, our wedding is more important than your mother.
If you want the wedding so badly, why don't you ask your mistress to be your substitute bride? I saw your mistress rushing to the venue from my taxi.
What?
You said you'd charge me for cancellation fees and compensation, right? Fine, I'll pay. But in return, I'll charge you twice as much afterward.
Wait, what mistress? What do you mean you saw her from the taxi?
When I left the venue, I heard someone making a scene outside. A woman in a wedding dress was shouting, "Where is the groom who's supposed to get married today? I'm the real bride."
What? There must be some mistake. I don't know who that could be.
Really? Then why did she know exactly which venue and what day our wedding was supposed to be?
Maybe it's a crazy ex of someone else?
Yeah, right. I actually wanted to confront her, but right now, the most important thing isn't the wedding or questioning your mistress. It's rushing to my mother's side. I got in the taxi right away, but I could still see her trying to get past the staff and enter the venue.
No way! That can't be!
Save your denials. I need to focus on my mother now.
Look, whatever you think you saw, there's an explanation for that!
No, don't say anything. Just save that explanation for later.
Hannah, please! Don't throw away our relationship over a misunderstanding!
A misunderstanding? You just told me to abandon my dying mother. How is that a misunderstanding?
I spoke without thinking. I was just shocked and upset about the wedding being ruined.
And now you're worried about your mistress showing up. Funny how your priorities shifted so quickly.
No, you got this all wrong!
Once my mother's condition stabilizes, it'll be your turn to be questioned, so you'd better prepare yourself by then. I have to go. We're pulling up to the hospital.
Hannah, wait!
I'm turning my phone off now. Don't contact me again.
I heard the news. Your mom regained consciousness. That's great!
Thank you.
Oh, don't worry about things on my end. I talked to the staff and got the wedding postponed rather than canceled. I begged them myself, so now we can have our wedding once things settle down.
What's wrong with you? It's too late to pretend those earlier statements never happened.
No, that's not what I meant. I was just in shock yesterday. I wasn't thinking clearly when I said those things about your mother.
So shock made you tell me to abandon my dying mother and come back to the venue? Interesting.
I know it sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. I've been awake all night thinking about how I acted.
I heard from your relatives that your mistress made quite an entrance afterward, just like in a drama, shouting, "Wait! Stop this wedding!" She didn't know the wedding was already canceled and opened the doors to an empty venue.
Well, she's not what you think. She's just an acquaintance who misunderstood our relationship.
An acquaintance who showed up in a wedding dress calling herself the real bride? That's quite a misunderstanding.
I can explain everything if you'll just give me a chance.
I also got a call from the venue. They said cancellations due to family emergencies can be postponed, but not other types of problems. They said we'll have to pay the cancellation fee in full.
No way! I begged them so much!
They mentioned something about a woman in a wedding dress causing property damage. Apparently, she threw quite a tantrum when she found out the wedding was canceled.
That wasn't my fault! I had no idea she would show up!
So you admit you know who she is then?
That's not... I meant hypothetically!
So you'd better start gathering money for the cancellation fees and compensation. Now that Mom's regained consciousness, I'll start preparing my claims against you.
Clay! Claims? What claims? Hannah, please, let's not make this any worse than it already is. Hey, Hannah, can't we just start over? Your mom's conscious again, right? I bet she regained consciousness because she wants to see our wedding. Let's show your parents our happy day.
Stop saying such convenient things. Mom regained consciousness thanks to Dad. Since she collapsed, Dad kept calling her name. She responded to him and finally regained consciousness. Even the doctor said it was probably thanks to your father's voice.
That's wonderful marital love. I'm sure we could become a couple like that too.
Huh? That's impossible. My father has been by my mother's side for 30 years. He hasn't left the hospital room once. He's been holding her hand, talking to her, even when she was unconscious.
I would do the same for you. I really would.
Seeing my father break down in tears when Mom regained consciousness made me realize something. A couple who still love each other after decades together. You and I could never become like that.
That's not true. We could definitely become that kind of couple.
The man who told me to abandon my dying mother because she won't survive anyway could never love anyone that deeply.
I was wrong. I admit it. People say stupid things when they're stressed.
I will not get back together with you. Thank goodness we were scheduled to register our marriage next week. Let's keep the marriage plans canceled.
Wait, please, don't say that, please. I'm begging you, marry me.
You have a mistress, don't you? For her to rush to the venue in a wedding dress, you must have had quite a relationship.
She's not what you'd call a mistress. It was just someone I hooked up with a couple of times.
The venue staff said she was screaming about how you promised to marry her and that she's been waiting for so long.
She's exaggerating. It wasn't serious. Actually, it's terrifying that she showed up when I never even told her the wedding date or location.
So you do admit there was something going on?
It was nothing, a casual thing that meant nothing to me. Hannah, please, I'm on my knees here. I'll do anything. Please, you're the only one for me. Don't leave me, please.
I'm blocking your number after this message. Don't try to contact me again. My collapsed mother has been recovering steadily, and her condition has stabilized. She'll be in the hospital for a while undergoing tests, but I'm relieved to see her cheerfully talking with Dad from her hospital bed. As for Tyler, it turns out he wasn't just with his mistress twice, but for 2 years. All his savings disappeared to pay me compensation and the full cancellation costs for the wedding. I heard that the mistress who burst into the venue demanded, "I'm pregnant, so marry me!" And he did end up marrying her. But apparently, the baby was born with black hair and eyes.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.